Welcome dear students to Computer Studies Standard 10 English Medium. Chapter 5 Part 2 Introduction to Calc. Now in this part there will be only practicals, there will be no theory as such. So it will be more interesting than other chapters. So before we begin, if you have not yet subscribed my channel, do subscribe the channel and like the video. So we begin now. So first thing, before opening Excel program, one important thing I would like to teach you. For example, if I want to open Excel file, then I click on start menu, then I type here Excel, right? So it will display me Microsoft Excel here. Now every time I don't want to waste the time in typing this much, so I will create shortcuts of Microsoft Office Excel 2003. How to create shortcut? After typing this much, I will give a right click here and then I will click on pin to start menu. Another thing, I will give a right click and I will give pin to taskbar. So what will happen? Just see. As soon as I clicked on pin to taskbar, a shortcut got created on the taskbar here. So whenever I want to open Excel file, I can click here. So that will save my time. Another thing, a shortcut got created here also. You just see. So like this way, first thing you do is to you create a shortcut. Okay. Next thing, I open Excel file. Now at present I am teaching you the thing in Office or Excel 2003. The reason behind that you know very well, I had explained you in the first video. But then to all those who had not watched the first video, I am telling again that your textbook is created using the operating system named Ubuntu. And in Ubuntu, Microsoft Office does not support. So in Ubuntu operating system, another application which does the work of Excel is installed. So that version which is installed in Ubuntu is resembling to the Office Excel 2003, and that is why I am teaching in Office 2000 Excel 2003. But you do not need to worry when you are doing practicals. At that time you can do the work in whatever version you have got in your computer. You do not have to worry over there. But also you have to remember each and everything which I am doing in version 2003, because the MCQs which will be asked in the boards, the answer of that MCQ you will get only by understanding the options of 2003. And MCQs are not asked only from the textual part, that is theory part. It is also asked from this practicals which we are doing. So let's begin. First thing I will do is I will save the file. So there are three options of saving the file. Either I can click on this save button, or either I can click from file menu save option, or else I can click on Ctrl S. So I am pressing Ctrl S key from the keyboard. Now I am saving the file in my documents. But since I want to organize the things well, so I click on create new folder and I create a new folder named SSC Excel files. Since I am teaching in English medium and Gujarati medium both, so I create a folder named EM, that is English medium. Okay, so at present I am in SSC Excel files EM. Now I give the file name bill. Since we are learning how to create a bill in the first practical, so I have given the file name as bill. Okay, now the file is saved. Now I will start typing the content of the bill. First column heading will be serial number. Next one will be item. Third one will be quantity. So this many column headings are given. I make it bold by selecting the columns and then B for bold. I change the font size also. No, that I will do later on. Okay. Now the first item which is sold is a pen. A customer came and he purchased pen. So I am preparing the bill. How many pens did he purchase? 5. What is the price of the pen? 10 rupees. Amount I want Excel to calculate, so I am not typing anything here. I press the enter key and I come here. Next thing is purchasing is pencil. How many? Again 5. Price is also 5. Third thing, pencil box. He will not purchase 5 pencil box, he will purchase only 1. Price will be 50. Then notebook. 10 notebooks worth 50 rupees. And fifth one or last thing is notebook cover. We will purchase 5 notebooks cover will be enough, 20 rupees. Okay. So this much is ready. Now here you can see this notebook cover is not read completely. So I need to increase the column width. So either I can click in between both the columns and drag it like this way. And the shortcut key to do that thing is, I always like to teach you shortcut keys. So I give a double click here. So the column width will get adjusted automatically. Okay. Now I give borders to this many cells. How to give border? I select this many cells and I click on this, and from here I select all borders. Okay. Next topic, before calculating the amount and calculating the taxes, I have to teach you is how to save the changes, close the file and open it again. You all know, but then too you have to learn according to 2003. So I will click on the save button or I will press Ctrl S. So when I clicked on the save button, it will not again open the save as dialog box, since the file is already saved with the file name bill. When I am teaching in the computer lab, many of the students ask me, sir, the save as dialog box didn't came. Naturally it will not come again. You have already saved the file with the name bill. So this process is known as saving changes. In MCQ it could be asked, save changes. Okay, fine. Now I close the file. Now there are 3 ways of opening the file. Remember in MCQ also it could be asked how many ways to open the existing file. First way is I have to click on the start menu, and when I reach here there is a small arrow key. If I click on that, it will show me the recently opened file, that is bill. Am I right? It is showing me here. So if I click on this, it will open. Second way is if I open Excel file, then on the right hand side here it will show me bill. I can click here and I can open the file. Second technique. And third way of opening the file is I have to go to the location, that is documents, Excel, SSE Excel files EM, that folder, and inside that folder the file is lying here bill. I have to double click on this file. So any of the technique you can use in your practical day-to-day life, but for theory you have to remember that 3 ways of opening the file. Now my computer is creating problem, it is not opening it. Okay, now it got opened. Fine. Now next thing is we have to get the total. So how to find the total? So I place my cursor here. Now there are 2 ways of finding this thing, either using function or formula. First I will teach you how to find the amount using formula. So in Excel, to use any formula or function, you have to type is equal to. Now I want to multiply 5 into 10. So I can type here 5 asterisk and 10. So it will give me the answer 50. Right? But this is a wrong technique. Never use this technique. The correct technique is, instead of typing the values, that is 5 and 10, you have to type the cell address. So I do it again. I delete this thing. Is equal to, what is the cell address? C2. So as soon as I click on cell C2, it will show me C2 here. Then asterisk is used for multiplication, and then cell D2. Enter. What is the benefit of using cell address instead of value? Benefit is, suppose if you prepare the next bill, then you will not have to type all the formula and function again. You have to simply type the thing. Suppose next customer came, he purchased 10. Then here automatically it will become 100. Okay, now next thing is I have to drag this thing. So I click on the drag handle on the right hand side. So it will show me a plus arrow key of black color. I have to press it and drag it. So I will get the amount of each and every item sold. Next thing is I have to find the total amount. Total amount, I align it to right. Okay. Now to find the total amount, I can use either function or I can use the formula. Both the ways I am teaching you. First I use the formula. So I type is equal to, then cell E2 plus E3 plus E4 plus E5 plus E6, and I get the answer here 775. Correct? The next thing is you can use the function. So I delete this formula. For using the function, I place my cursor here, that is I make this cell active, and then I go to this toolbar, standard toolbar, and here AutoSum function is given, that is sigma sign is given. I click on that sigma sign. As soon as I click on the sigma sign, what will appear here is equal to the name of the function. See, remember in the MCQs it could be asked that what is displayed in the formula bar whenever you use any function. So it displays is equal to name of the function and brackets open. Then the cell range of which it has to do the sum. Cell range is from cell E2 to cell E6. So E2 column E6, and then bracket gets closed, and then press the enter key. So you will get the answer. Fine. Now we have to calculate the taxes. So I type here taxes. Okay. Now how to calculate the taxes? So first I will type the rate of tax somewhere. Okay. So I will type the thing here, tax rate. Tax rate is, for example, say 10%. Okay. Now how to calculate the tax? The technique is like this way, that you are familiar with the cross multiplication. In mathematics, what do you do to find the tax? You do like this way, that if the tax of rupees 100 on rupees 100 is 5, then how much will be the tax amount of 775? So you will cross multiply. What will you cross multiply? You will multiply 775 into 5 and you will divide it by 100. So how shall we do it? Is equal to, now since here we have to do two things, multiplication also and division also. So it will use the rule of BODMAS. Now we don't want the Excel to use the rule of BODMAS. So I give a bracket, that first do what is given inside the bracket. So first what to do? Multiply 775, that is multiply the value lying in cell E7 with the cell value of lying in cell B7. Then I close the bracket and then I put divide sign, divide by 100. So I will get the tax amount as 77.5. Right? Okay. Now why did I type here B7? I can straight away type 10 also, but that is not a wise step. Now suppose if the tax rate changes to 8%, then simple I have to type here 8. So automatically the tax amount will be changed here. Now we have to get the net payable amount. How much amount as the customer to pay, that is the net amount. So I type here net amount. All these three things I will align it to right. Okay. Now you have to use the formula is equal to 775 plus 62. You can use function also. So you will get the net amount. Right? Now I can make this thing bold and fill color in that this is the final amount to be paid. So this was our first practicals. After doing this much, you have to save the file, that is save the changes by pressing Ctrl S or by pressing the save button. Thereafter only you have to close the file. So now I am going to teach you the laboratory exercise question number 3, in which you have to create a mark sheet and you have to find out the total marks and percentage using function and formula, both the things. So first of all I open the Excel file. Now since we are starting the Excel, this is chapter number 5, beginning of the Excel sheet. That is why I am every time opening the Excel and teaching you. Otherwise I will start straight away after typing some data, and then only I will not waste your much time. So I have opened the Excel file. Now first thing is I will save the file. I go to my documents, SSC Excel file CM. I give the file name as mark sheet. I am giving EM here because just now in Gujarati medium video also I had given the same file name. So I am giving this file name. Okay. Now here what content I have to type? Roll number, names. I have to type here the marks of 5 subjects. So I don't waste the time in typing the subject's name. Straight away I type subject 1, that is S1, S2, S3, S4 and S5. Now here I would like to get the total. Here percentage. Now I will adjust the column width by selecting this many columns and double clicking here. Okay, now it's looking better. So I have done this much. Now I will make this part bold. Now I will enter the roll numbers here. Names I will require little bit more wider column. Now I will give borders to this much part. Names I will type. So I have typed 5 names here. Now any random marks I will enter here. Okay, now I will not waste time in entering the marks. I will copy this much data and paste it here. Fine. Now I want to get the total. So you know how to find the total using formula and function, both the things is equal to, and then you have to go on adding the things, right? So you will get the answer. And using the sum function also you know how to do. I delete this thing and then auto sum C2 to G2. So I get the total. Now I drag this thing, so I will get the total marks of all the students. Okay, then next thing I will do is I would like to get the percentage here, right? So how to find the percentage? So in mathematics, how do you find the percentage? In mathematics, you divide the total marks by the number of subjects. So same thing I will do. Total marks are stored in cell H2. For division, this slash is used, and total number of subjects are 5. So I have divided it by 5. So I got the average marks or percentage. Now remember one thing, you will get the correct percentage only if the marks are out of 100. If the marks are out of 50, then you will get a wrong answer here. So that also I will teach you practically whenever we are going to do this thing. Fine. Now another thing is using the function named percentage. Now there is no function named percentage. So what you will do, the name of that function is average. So you will have to use that function. So how to use that function? Either I can type the name of that function by typing is equal to and name of the function, or next to this sigma sign there is a small drop down arrow key. So I click on that drop down arrow key and I select the function average. Now if I press the enter key, it will give me wrong answer. Just see, it is giving me 92%. Now Aman is getting 50 and 55. How will he get 92%? So what is the mistake here? Mistake here is it has taken into consideration the marks lying in cell H2, that is the total marks also, right? So what to do? I have to go to the formula bar here, and instead of H2 I have to make it G2, that calculate the marks lying from cell C2 to G2. Fine. So I will get the correct percentage. So like this way I will drag and I will get the percentage of all the students. Now I will save the file, that is I will save the changes in the file by pressing Ctrl S, and then I will close the file. So hope you have enjoyed the video. If you have learned something from the video, please do like the video, and we meet again in the next video lecture. Thank you. Goodbye.